Dave Morales. I'm in Houston, Texas. But I'm going to point out that I am also on the air in Seattle. So if I reference Seattle because of the movie, that's
Look
Seattle.
at you. Look at that. Close to home.
Worldwide. Gigi, it is great to meet you. And Mason, my dude, we talked at Scream. We've talked before. And Olivia, and I've interviewed your dad many times, by the way, Mason. And
Sorry
Olivia.
about that. No, I'm kidding.
I thought he was talking about Lamar.
No, he's awesome. I love that.
Oh, good. You and me both.
Dude, he's amazing. And Cruel Summers, when we talked to Olivia. Okay, now I think it's fun that we get to talk about a horror movie at Valentine's Day.
That's right.
I mean, seriously, I'm a chicken when it comes to scary movies. I watched this with my mom.
Oh.
She loves it. We both did. She's like, this is freaking awesome. She loves scary stuff. But Olivia, I'll start with you. Is this a good date night movie for Valentine's? Should you take your date to it?
I think yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You should. I think it has like all of the elements of, you want to go with somebody so you can cuddle up to them. You can, you guys know the vibes.
You focus straight on the cuddling. That's
You
what-
have. That's the point. That's the point.
Olivia rates movies on cuddle factor if she is able to cuddle whilst watching or not.
Oh my God.
If I'm watching a scary movie and my date just doesn't show me any affection the whole time, they ain't gonna protect me when someone's out there.
Okay, red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk
red
about it.
flag.
Red flag.
So anyway, yes, I think it's the perfect date movie.
That's right.
I had never thought of that because that's really a good early indicator. Just say you're just starting to date and they don't support you. It could be either the guy or the girl, whoever.
See?
But, then you're like, okay, you know what? I don't think I had never thought of that.
You didn't
Seriously.
expect this to be an educational interview.
Hey, you find out.
There's one thing about
Okay,
me, I'm
somebody-
gonna educate you.
All right, next question.
Somebody get Oprah. Somebody get Oprah.
Yeah.
We're going to turn that into all emotions, all the feels. Gigi, I want to know the first time that you realized what you were dealing with in this. By the way, Monica, your character is the friend that we all need, I think.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, but when you realized what this was involving, like the dude, we're going to talk about the mask in a minute. What was your first reaction? Did you feel the adrenaline rush, like making this? It feels like it was just so intense.
Oh, it's extremely intense. I forget that I'm doing the craziest horror film. I was telling someone that I would text them and be like, hey, should we go grab lunch? And they're just getting in from set the night shoot before. Olivia's covered in blood. And I was like, okay, maybe you guys need a rest day.
No,
Sleep a
you
little
always
bit.
make time for Gigi, even if you're coming straight out of fighting heck.
I didn't feel like I was working. I would get to go to work and they'd pour me a fake Aperol Spritz. I get to talk to Olivia, laugh a little bit, get my hair and makeup done, and then I'd be wrapped, and then they had 10 more hours of horror and running around and broken hands and blood and oh my God. So I felt the adrenaline through them and seeing their
Anguish.
bodies react. But I sat pretty and watched from
If
afar.
there's one thing Gigi's gonna do, it's sit
Pretty. She'll educate and I'll sit pretty and watch.
All right, Mason, the first time you saw The Mask, because, dude, this mask is so creative.
That's right.
And honestly, I knew the name of the movie, before I screened it. I was like, Hard Eyes. I'm like, but then I saw The Mask. I'm like, okay, I get it. No spoilers today. But the first time you saw The Mask, Your reaction.
The first time was, it's a good mask when it has an effect, an emotional
Yes.
reaction when sitting alone on a table. And I feel like the combination between a patchy soldering job and the human viscera, blood on the mouth as lipstick, I think to say it's iconic is indicative of how thoughtfully it was crafted in order to be both imposing as well as kind of cater to the world building of the killer themselves. But it was terrifying to have it not only on a table, but also to have it coming at you wielding all sort of armaments. It's just extra comedic when you find out that stunt technician underneath named Alex McCall, who's lovely, is a lovely guy. So it's almost like a fun little emotional whiplash when you have to talk over coffee with Alex and then fight for your life between action and cut.
I love it. I wish I was there in person. We'd all hang out.
can
It's
be.
so great to see you all.
Come on down.
Seriously, I am so excited to see you all again. And be safe. Happy Valentine's Day. And we'll talk again.
Thank you, Dave.
good.
Safe
Bye.
travels, man.
First of all, it's great to see you both. And Jordana, it's good to see you again. How are you?
See you. I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic, but I got to show you something. This is my real backpack. And I started laughing when I started watching this movie. I have a Hobbs and Shaw backpack.
No. Oh my God,
Yes.
that's amazing.
This is the one that I carry with me to work all the
I
time.
love
and
it.
when I learned your characters in this film, I'm like, oh, this is going to be amazing. Of course, we've talked F9 in the past. All right. Devon, why is this the perfect Valentine's? It's fun that we're talking a horror, scary slasher movie, Valentine's themed, but what makes this the perfect date night movie for Valentine's?
Right now, there's no other Valentine's Day movies of recent, and horror movies are in. There's nothing better than horror movies right now. It's the in thing. It's the perfect time to get your date, to go to a movie, to escape reality, to feel uncomfortable together, to have these scared giggles, to have a good time, to get popcorn. It's just the perfect time. This movie couldn't be coming out at a better time.
I kind of laughed too because I was kind of like, well, maybe I'm not ruining anything, no spoilers here, but it's like maybe it's a good idea to stay single because the killer won't come after you, and then you don't really have to buy anything. Jordana, I want to get your thoughts on the whole Valentine's Day, going to a slasher horror. This movie is so freaking epic. Taking a date to a movie like this? What are your thoughts?
Taking a date. Well, I feel like when I was growing up, boys would ask you on those dates so that they could then like put their arm around you and protect you and make you feel safe. So I think it's a good way to bond. And then this movie's also light and fun and such a throwback to so many great 90s movies. So it's got something for everyone.
It definitely has that classic feel to it. All right, you all are the police officers in this film. So for everyone that's watching us right now on Fox 13 here in Seattle, because the movie takes place in Seattle, I just want you, everything's okay though. Like even though it takes place in Seattle, everything is all good in Seattle, right? This is just a movie.
Yeah.
Because honestly, okay.
Or is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, we can't give it any spoilers, so we couldn't tell you whether the Hard Eyes Killer is still, roaming the streets of Seattle looking for couples deeply in love to kill. So watch out, Seattle, is all I'm saying.
Let me just tell you that you guys are perfect because I was like, I have to ask, I only asked you both that question because I said, let's play along for it. All right, let's talk Valentine's Day. Devon, what is a perfect Valentine's Day gift in your opinion? Jordana, you're next on this
The
one.
perfect Valentine gift is a chocolate. I think that I'm a big candy guy, and giving,
For you or for your
receiving
wife?
for
Are
my
you getting
wife.
your wife chocolate
Hopefully, my
thing?
wife gives me candy, and I will give her candy back. She likes dark chocolate, and she'll get some flowers as well. But I'm a candy guy.
Jordana, what is the perfect Valentine's gift in your opinion?
My husband got me like a shoulder massager for Christmas, so we better do better for Valentine's Day, is all I'm gonna say.
And for the record, since we're talking about these gifts, and you mentioned the candy, Devon,
Yeah.
I am the guy that shows up at the store the next day on the 15th because I want to get all the candy on half off. I'm just
I
saying.
do that Halloween.
smart.
The bags of candy day after Halloween, you can go get bags for 50% off. It's brilliant.
I love sweet tarts, and they had these massive bags of sweet tarts. I have a whole bunch actually sitting up here in my office that I bought literally the day after Halloween. I just bought the whole shelf.
I tried
Smart.
to convince my wife that we should have Christmas the day after Boxing Day. In Canada, we call it Boxing Day. That way we get all the kids' toys on sale, and we'll just celebrate Christmas the next day.
Totally.
I love it. Listen, this is a lot of fun. Oh, real quick, they said I have a minute. Jordana, I want to know, first time you saw The Mask, because this is like the most clever mask I've seen in a
I thought you
scary
meant- I thought you
film.
meant Jim
I did
Carrey's.
too.
I was like, I love that
I know.
movie.
I was like, I was 12. The first time I saw The Mask was on set, and I was like, "Whoa, this is more hardcore than I expected
Yeah.
it to be." Because I thought it would be a little bit tongue in cheek, but it's horrifying.
Yeah, I think we were both expecting something to do with the emoji, the heart eye emoji, and
Right.
so when we got there,
It was creepy.
yeah, it was great.
Awesome. Well, the movie's awesome as well. Watched it with my mom. She loves scary movies. I'm a chicken. I was like this. She was screaming. She loved it. Even those scenes. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Have a great freaking day.
Thank you.
too.
Only on the Backstage Experience.